So what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the first episode of this year's FA Cup story. Now, last year, it was the FA Cup adventure. Now, this year, as I just said, it's the FA Cup story. And let me tell you something. Oh, is this year going to be a lot better? Like, I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you, but there are some very, very, very exciting things coming up. But the other person involved this year is Reeve. So if you haven't checked out his channel, be sure to do so. His link is in the description below. Also go and check out FATV and BT Sport Football, because those two are the ones I'm working with today. Where am I going, you may be asking? Well, currently I'm in Robertsbridge. As you know, if you've watched my previous vlogs, that all the trains from Southern Rail are messed up, so I'm coming to Robertsbridge, which is a different company. But I'm on my way to Preston North End versus Arsenal. I've never been this far for a football match. I think Preston North End is actually like even more north than Liverpool. Okay, so I'm going to be a little bit out of my comfort zone. But it's the Arsenal game. Very excited. Big things today. Big things in the future. If you do like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let's try and smash 10,000 likes. Recently, we've been smashing the 8,000. Let's push the boat out and do 10,000. Don't forget to subscribe if you've never seen me before or you like these types of videos. But without further ado, guys, let's crack on with today's Emirates FA Cup story. Journey is done. We are in Preston North End, greeted by a number of Arsenal fans in a taxi on the way to the stadium. First up, what are we doing? Go and put our bags down.
Yeah, put our bags down, meet BT Sport, and then have a little tour, meet the guys. Yeah.
Fun times ahead. We're out of the taxi and we're at Deepdale Stadium, the home of Preston North End. We're going to go in and get our AAA passes. Sounds very fancy. And then I think we're just going to go meet a few people from BT, have a look around the stadium. I'm so happy we're back. The Emirates FA Cup is so sick, especially the hashtag Cup Story campaign. This is probably the highlight of my year, like as a whole series. Let's go. Okay, so we are now about to go and have a little interview with Darren Fletcher and Steve McManaman. I don't know if they remember me or not. I've interviewed them before and they were really, really nice guys, so hopefully they remember me. If not, hi guys, so I'm with Steve McManaman. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you very much.
Good.
Okay, question number one. Preston won the Emirates FA Cup about 79 years ago, topping off a massively successful campaign in 1938. It's a big ask for them, but coming up against Arsenal, what do you think realistically their chances are, depending on the Arsenal team?
Well, I think you just hit the nail on the head. I think if Arsenal have a strong team out, they'll win quite comfortably. Yeah. Manchester United won well today. You see Manchester City winning very well yesterday. The big six at the moment in the Premier League, yeah. Are playing very well and they're very strong. So I think if Arsenal have their full team out, they'll win comfortably. Speaking to Ian Wright, he thinks they're going to make a few changes today, and then they could struggle depending on who plays.
I'm hoping they bring out the big names.
Yeah, I'm hoping, but I think if you can ever rest Alexis Sanchez, as much as he doesn't want to be rested and he wants to play every game, but if you could rest him in a particular game, it would be something like today.
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
I'm hoping it doesn't backfire.
Yeah.
And we lose this game. Arsenal obviously.
So you're an Arsenal fan then, are you?
Yeah. Okay. Everyone obviously has their own story of the Emirates FA Cup. What is your most memorable moment from your career?
Apart from winning it, it would be my father taking me there. I went in '84 to watch Everton beat Watford. I was an Everton fan. My father took me. Things like that, getting on the coach with my dad and all his friends and them all having a drink and a sing-song. Of course, Everton won it, and then the journey home. I'll never forget things like that.
Wow. Well, thank you very much for joining me.
Pleasure.
Cheers, thank you.
I hope you enjoy it with Arsenal.
Yeah, well, yeah, good, but be very sweaty. It's going to be
horrific.
So after speaking to Steve McManaman, I then spoke to Darren Fletcher. So when you were younger,
yeah,
were you did you play a lot of football, or were you into it?
Yeah, I played football, yeah.
Yeah. What was your greatest memory growing up watching the Emirates FA Cup as a child?
First one I watched was Ipswich Arsenal, which would have been 1978, I think. Roger Osborne got the winner.
Way before I was born.
Yeah, so that was the first one I watched. That was I probably watched a bit of the cup final before, but that was the first one I sat down on a Saturday, watched all the coverage in the morning, watched the game, and then went out and had a kickabout after. I would have been 7, well 6.5 actually.
Wow. That's a really good early memory.
Yeah, so I've been 6.5, and then I watched it every year ever since. And the following year was United and Arsenal when Arsenal scored the late winner with Alan Sunderland, and then Trevor Brooking the following year. I was disappointed I missed that one because we went on holiday to Menorca. I broke my wrist, so in those days you couldn't see the cup final. So I was on a Spanish beach and Trevor Brooking got the winner, and I'd followed it all the way through. So, but every year from then on, I've always watched the cup final. So,
and do you now feel like it's an honour presenting it now that you were watching it from such a kid?
Yeah, it's a real honour commentating on the finals and stuff, and the big games, because when you think about it, I know we get iconic goals in Premier League matches and stuff, but there's nothing like commentating on the winning goal in an FA Cup final, because they are the goals that
go down in
they're
history.
kind of immortalised, aren't they? Because there are so many goals through a Premier League season that you don't really know which the key goal is, unless it's Aguero's at the end to win the title. But apart from that, you can make a case for a lot of goals being the important goal, but in the cup final it's cut and dry. You get the winner in the cup final and that goal is immortalised forever, so to have the opportunity to put the words around that is fantastic. It's a real honour.
And do you feel this year there's quite a few underdog, like David versus Goliath teams? Do you feel like there is one team that could do like an FA Cup run, like they could do a heartbreaking?
Well,
if there's one underdog, who would you want to pick out?
It'd be difficult to say that, and I think there probably is one, but I think at the moment the way the season's trending, the big clubs look so strong that even in Premier League terms, the top 6 are significantly in front of everybody else.
If there was one team you think is going to win the Emirates FA Cup, who would you say that one team would be?
I tipped Manchester United to win it last year, and I was laughed out of the Fletching South studio at that point. And then by him, actually. Well, I tipped United to win the cup last year. You all laughed at me.
To tip the cup?
Yeah, to win the cup. Yeah, I tipped them. You were one that laughed at me.
Sure?
And nobody since then has come back and gone, good tip that. So, I'm going to go United again. I think they're going to win the cup this year. I think the league might be a little bit far away, although I still think they're right in contention for it, but a little bit far off. But I'm going to go Jose, Wembley.
We've had a great result today.
Yeah, Jose at Wembley, I think they'll retain it.
Awesome.
I think they'll retain it.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. So after speaking with Fletcher, I then went outside and spoke to one of the nicest guys in the presenting world, Jake Humphrey. And I don't know if you know this, but he actually was at the United game down in Manchester and had to drive all the way up to Preston and only just made it in time.
Yeah,
How are you?
Have you got about?
I literally do.
Did I see on your Twitter? Or was it on something else of you, like running past about 15 people and scoring some amazing goal?
We did the
It looked like you'd paid them in advance not to tackle you. Is that matter?
Just talk me through like what
Basically, I just finished Man United thrashing Reading.
So guys, we've got like 2 minutes.
4-0 easy, man. They look really good. Wayne Rooney getting the 249th goal of his so spectacular career. And then, hopped in the car and we had about an hour to get here. We've done it in the fog.
Have you eaten anything?
No, not eating.
They're saying this
I'm getting hungry. Yeah. I'm getting hungry.
They're saying this is obviously your choice to do all the games.
Yeah, I like this though. Once a season, I like to try and do a whole weekend of FA Cup games because for me, the magic of the FA Cup is as strong as it has ever been. And I know it's changed for other people and some players focus on finishing 4th in the Premier League, but you can't show your great-grandchildren a medal that says that I finished 4th in 2017. You want to show them a cup winners medal. So I still think this matters, this competition, and I like getting around and doing 3 or 4 games if I can over a weekend. So yeah, it's been good fun. I'll sleep well tonight, won't I? Because we're off air at 9 o'clock, so I was up at 6:40, off air at 9 PM, perfect. So onwards and upwards.
Thank you.
More makeup, can you believe even more makeup? I've got enough on already, haven't I? I don't look this young in real life.
So, interviews are all done. Got a little hot chocolate and chocolate digestive. About to go inside the stadium to have a little look round and I think take a look at the gantry. So from up in the gantry, up there, we're now pitch side. Yeah. Hello, everybody at pitch side. So we've got some heartbreaking stuff. We were inside the tunnel and out popped the Arsenal squad, the entire Arsenal squad and Arsene Wenger, just walking past, chilling, And do I name and shame Alex?
You can if you want, mate.
I click record, got his camera record. He clicks record, the recording stops, and there goes the footage of me with Arsene Wenger and the players. Heartbreaking. We just missed kickoff, sitting in the Preston end. Game has started. Got to keep quiet though. So it's half time, Arsenal currently losing 1-0, and to be honest, Preston deserve to be like 3 or 4 up. Like Arsenal getting absolutely destroyed, and first half, we're now moving position, we're going up to the gantry opening, but first half, I was sat in the Preston end, trying to make Preston fans, trying to keep my head low, hope for the best in the second half, coming Arsenal. So we've found a few Preston fans. You guys are crazy. Wait, what do you think the final score is going to be?
3-0. Sorry, Theo.
Right, we're up here now for the second half. Got my pie. As I was looking down to get my pie, Aaron Ramsey just scored. 1-0 Arsenal. That's much better from Arsenal. We need to push on now. Come on. So about 20 minutes to go. There's a few reckless tackles going in now. A couple of yellow cards. The refs had a word with the Preston manager. It's all getting a little bit heated. Obviously it's drawing. 20 minutes to go. FA Cup. If they do draw, there'll be a replay at Arsenal, and that'll be a very difficult game for Preston. However, they do have a free kick. They could still win this easily. They've been dominating the whole game. Oh, that was a bit of a letdown. Giroud just scored a banging volley inside the 6-yard box. And it was offside. We've got 15 minutes to play. Arsenal just technically took a 2-1 lead, but it's not, it was offside. 1-0, 15 minutes to play. So we're heading off a couple of minutes early. The current score is 1-0 still. It looks like it's going to be a 1-0 draw, and a replay will be at the Emirates. We need to get out of the ground and go to the station, because if we miss this train, we are stuck in Preston, and that's not going to be good, because tomorrow is the #United Academy Charge, and I'm going down. Obviously, I'm a #United player. I'm going to help out, scout the next big thing. Guys, we picked up our bags. We're on the outside of the stadium. Here is Raw. Who's won? Check Twitter. Bloody Giroud has done it again. He scored another winner in the 90th minute. That is crazy. We didn't see it live, unfortunately, because let's face it, the train is more important. Wow. That's so sick. Arsenal 1-0 down. I don't think we deserve to win that at all. But the final score, 2-1, bish bash bosh. So absolutely gutted we missed the Giroud winner. Why is it always Giroud? Absolutely insane. We're now walking to the station, because that's the safest option to catch the train. Fingers crossed we make it. But guys, if you have enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Huge thank you to the Emirates FA Cup for inviting me down and starting off this cup story. Okay, if you guys want to tweet me, or just tweet online using the #CupStory to share your third round story like I did on this vlog, do so. Use the #CupStory, as I just said. It's been a long day, I tell you that. I'm just gutted we missed the winner. So as I said, guys, subscribe if you haven't already, give it a thumbs up. Big thank you to the guys at the Emirates FA Cup. I'll see you very soon in round 4.